Okay, there was a question on how to graph linear inequalities. So here on homework 11, number 6 in particular, it says to graph the first inequality subject to the non-negative restrictions. So the inequality you're trying to graph is negative 8x plus 20y greater than or equal to 1200 for x's and y's both positive, or I should say non-negative. So that's going to restrict us to quadrant 1, and I'm going to click the enlarge graph. Now, to graph that first inequality, negative 8x plus 20y greater than or equal to 1200, I'm going to let x be 0 and find out what my y-intercept is. So I need to do 1200 divided by 20. And I get 60. So I know that I have the point 0, 60. So my first point is right here, 0, 60. And then my second point, I need to let y be 0. So 1200 divided by negative 8 would be negative 150. So I need to go over here to negative 150, 0. Okay, there's my first line. So now I want to restrict it to the first quadrant. I'm also going to do another line here. That's my x greater than or equal to 0. Now I could do my y greater than or equal to 0 if I wanted to, but next I'm going to go see if I can shade just this piece. Delete. Okay, edit coordinates. I am good with that, and I'm going to say check answer. Okay, I think it is going to require me to also graph this one and then shade up here. So hit save, check answer. Nice work. Okay, so it does want you to graph all 3 inequalities and then pick the intersection. So let's do this one more time. Question 7, this is a good one to do as well. 15x minus 50y greater than 0. So I'm going to click. Now my x greater than or equal to 0, y greater than or equal to 0. I'm going to go graph those first. So that would be everything above. And then I'm going to also graph x greater than or equal to 0, which would be everything to the right. So I'm stuck here in the first quadrant. Now for 15x minus 50y, I'm going to go grab a Word document so I can write real quick. And what was it again? 15x minus 50y. Is it greater than 0? Yes. Okay. So solve, I'm going to do that as an equation. I'm going to move the 15x to the other side, so I get negative 50y equals negative 15x. Dividing both sides by negative 50. So negative 15 over negative 50. Negative 15 divided by negative 50 is 0.3, so 3/10. So I get y equals 3/10 x. Okay, to get a couple of points, if x is 0, y would be 0. If x is, say, 10, y would be 3. So there's 2 points that I want, 0, 0, and 10, 3. So I'm going to grab my point, my line, 0, 0, and 10, 3. Now I want to make that a dashed line because it's just greater than, not greater than or equal to. And if I pick a test point, let's say 10, 0. If x is 10 and y is 0, I'd get 150 bigger than 0. That is a true statement. So I want to shade that region that would contain 10, 0 with respect to that dashed line. So save and check, and that is how it's done. Hopefully that video helped. I know someone else had a similar question. They had it shaded correctly, but you had forgotten to do one of the lines, one of the boundary lines. All right, take care.